Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my 2021 beauty favorites. First off, we're starting out with the number 7 Airbrush Away Tinted Skin Perfector. This is my ultimate, hands down, my favorite primer ever. It blurs your face and like lines and pores to like such an airbrushed look. Like it looks like magic on your face. I have the color Light, which looks a little dark, but once you blend it out, can't really tell, and it really helps even out any redness, even makes my breakouts look less like apparent, which is amazing because I have been breaking out like a mad woman. I have been wearing masks again. I may be a vaccinated boosted queen, but COVID is raging hardcore and I don't want that. My crusty dusty lungs would be even crustier and dustier if I get COVID, so no thank you, ma'am. Next up, I start using the Colourpop Bare Necessities eyeshadow palette. It has 30 shades full of shimmers, kind of like sequin shades, mattes, and glitteries. That's what I call them. It's like a matte with glitter. I don't know. When I look back at the videos and also what I used most this year, it was definitely this palette. It's $34, but Colourpop is always doing like random sales on palettes, so I'm pretty sure I got this on sale. You can even probably get it at Ulta and use a little coupon on it. But it's definitely like if you're a makeup artist, this would be perfect for like weddings and stuff because I used this at my own wedding. I used it on a bride that I did before the pandemic, and it's just my favorite go-to palette. I went for more of a pinky shimmer, kind of rosy tones. To finish off my eyeshadow look, I went in with the Moira Beauty Diamond Days Liquid Eyeshadow in the color Eye Contact. These are my favorite liquid eyeshadows. This is what I wanted Rem Beauty's eyeshadows to be, and they fell a little flat. These are like ultra glitter. Like you could do a cut crease with this glitter and you wouldn't have to add anything to it because it's that pigmented. In this look, I went a little like lighter, but you can build it up so intense that like aliens can see you from space. These eyeshadows last really long. They don't crease, there's no fallout, and at only $8.50, that is a steal. Next up is my eyeliner. I'm obsessed with it being eyeliner. I've been wearing it every single day for the most part all year, and I have 3 I'm going to talk about. The first one that I'm using is the Stay All Day from Stila, the Double Down Waterproof Liquid Liner. And it actually is on sale right now on their website for $16 when it's usually $32. This was given to me by, again, the Queen Chelsea. And I'm pretty sure she said she got it at like Marshall's. So definitely look out at those kind of places. It's super black. I love the sharpness of the eyeliner pen. Last one, which is like an end of the year favorite, it's from Rem Beauty, and it's the At the Borderline eyeliner pen. This is also $19, but this is another good one if you want a long wearing, really black matte eyeliner. The sharp tip is really nice, and they say it lasts 48 hours, and I would say it really does last a long time because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I forget to wipe my eyeliner off if I have to work really early in the morning and I don't want to take the time to reapply it at like 7:30 in the morning. So I have done that. I know it's bad, but I've done it and it literally still looks amazing the next day. Otherwise, I've been using Half Caked Makeup's brand's Totally Tubular Mascara, and it's the Heights version, and so that like creates like a longer, fluffier lash. And Tubby mascara like makes it easier to come off, but also like last longer and build up really good. I really like this brand. I have a lot of their like cream blushes that are also for your lips and your cheeks, and their highlighters and their powder blushes. They're all really good, and I always love looking at what this brand has next. I have a few videos which I'll link here and there. You could leave it at this, just mascara, and that's fine. But if you've watched my channel, you know I love eyelashes. So I have to apply eyelashes because they just make me feel like a queen, and I want to feel like a queen every single day. Here I'm applying my most favorite eyelashes, which is a 2-pack from Salon Perfect, light and fluffy lash in the style 694 in the wispy ones. That is my favorite pair of lashes from the year. Next up is my foundation of choice. It's by Uma by Sharon C. Flawless and Real Life Skin Perfecting Foundation in the shade Fair Lady T4. I loved this so much that I brought it with me on my honeymoon. I wore it on my wedding day. I've worn it every single day this year, I swear. And I wore it in the winter, I've worn it in the summer, the spring, the fall, and it wears well in every single season. It looks super flawless, doesn't look too cakey, lasts really long throughout the day, and I would say it's like a mix between matte and dewy. I don't know how that is, but it's amazing. It's really good at being light coverage, but you can also build it up to a more full coverage, which I especially need right now because, again, breaking out. Don't love that, but my foundation can cover it, so that's amazing. You can find this brand at Walmart now, and it was only $14.99. Next up is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer in the shade Light 7. This concealer is something I also got in a BoxyCharm. It usually retails for $24, which is hella expensive, so I don't feel like I would repurchase it through, I don't know, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't, because I have two concealers to talk about today, and this one is definitely obviously the more expensive one. I was introduced through BoxyCharm, obviously cheaper, so maybe through Boxy Shop I could get it again, but it is so amazing, full coverage, not cakey. I feel like I wouldn't even need to set it because it doesn't crease. It's like it has a self-setting property to it. The second one I'm going to talk about is the Colourpop Hyaluronic Pretty Fresh Concealer, and it's one of my other top favorite concealers. It's hydrating, not cakey, and helps cancel out all those sleepless, insomniatic nights that I have. And that one's only $9. Next up, we're doing my eyebrows, and I cannot mention this video without mentioning my e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift in Neutral Brown. This baby's only $2. It never fails me. It's not orangey, and it's the perfect like ashy brown. I could also mention my $1 Billion Brow Pencil, which I also have in the shade Taupe, and I got that from BoxyCharm, also $19. That's the only bad thing about BoxyCharm is when they introduce things that you like, but they're pricey. So when I'm done with that $1 Billion Brow Pencil, I will be thoroughly happy to go back to my e.l.f. brow pencil because this thing never fails me, and the fact it's only $2 feels like a crime. Next up is the Schwarzkopf Got To Be Glued Styling Spiking Gel. I use this as an eyebrow gel and I'm obsessed. This giant tube was like maybe $5 and this is going to last me like years, maybe until I'm dead. I don't know. You don't want to use too much of this or your eyebrows will feel like hard plastic. But if that's your vibe, I mean, if you don't want your eyebrows to move, it's perfect. It's not like people are going to go around petting your eyebrows, but it's the perfect cheap brow gel. Next up is the Half Caked Candy Paint in the shade Coolness. I love this thing for when I want to look extra sculpted. So I use this in like my Ariana Grande videos. I used it at my wedding. It's super blendable. It's the same formula as their other candy paints, but obviously they have like bronzer contour shades. This one's like super brown and ashy, which is perfect to contour with. I love using it obviously on my cheeks, my temples, and my nose and my jawline to make it look real sculpted and a little sunken in vibe to really chisel that cheekbone. You do have to be careful with certain products. It does tend to get like kind of patchy, but if you're careful, it works just fine. I use my fingers, my brush, sponges to apply this, and it works all great either way. I really want them to come out with a powder version of this, but I will stick with this. At all these products, I use the Ciate Lunde Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. I'm on the last lick of this powder. I have used up every inch of it, and I'm sad. Another thing I got from BoxyCharm, it's just very airbrushed, doesn't have flashback, smells amazing, lasts all day, but doesn't look too powdery. Also, to top this is my NYX Cheek Blush in Taupe. This is an old favorite. I have liked this since it was highly popular on YouTube back in like 2010, and it's just the same kind of like ashy brown, and I like to contour with it without the candy paint or on its own. Next up is blush. Going in with two different, I ended up going in with the Moira Beauty Signature Ombre Blush, and it fell pink. I have some videos on this, so I'll link it in the cards, and I just love them. They have 3 different tones in the blushes, and they're stunning. And then I also have the Saving the World Powerpuff Girls Collection Blush. And it's just like very like peachy pastel. And here's some clips of me applying it this summer, which the vibes of this video is making me feel nice and warm inside when it's literally 12 degrees out right now, and it's making me miss summer. So I guess this is a good blush to make you remember spring and summer. Next up is highlighter. I'm using the Glow Gleam Beam highlighter palette in the shade Light. I love this palette, and I used it so much this year because it wasn't like you're beaming from space. It was like very like natural glowy. Now I'm doing my lips, which is probably one of my favorite things to do. Here I'm actually going for more of just my natural lip shape. I've been definitely doing that more lately than doing my overlined lip, just because I am going back to masks, and I also I'm not going to wear it under a mask, so if I'm just going out and about and hanging out with my family, I'd rather just do this. And I have 3 to talk about. I love the Dominique Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Crush. I love the LA Girl lip liners, and I love the Maybelline and She Glam. I will use pretty much any. I like the Twist Up lip liners, and I love like the nudie mauvey browns. But these are the 4 that I used a lot. Something I found myself using a lot too by itself was the L'Oreal Paris Makeup Rouge Matte Lip Stain. I have the color Be Outstanding, and it's just like matches my lip color, but it's just darker, and it doesn't last too long. It's nothing too powerful. It's very like, you don't even have to look at a mirror. You can put it on without having to worry it's like going over your lip line, and it just feels really nice and hydrating. And probably my most used lipstick, not just for this year, but like the last few years, is the Colourpop Blur Luxe Lipsticks. The shade I'm using here is Oasis, but I have at least, I want to say 5 or 6 shades from this. They're just so buttery and smooth, and they don't make my lips feel dry and dusty. I compared this formula to the new Rem Beauty, her little like cute, adorable lipsticks. So if you're wanting hers, but you don't want to splurge, you can pop by Colourpop and get just as good of a lipstick from them. And thanks for tuning in to my 2021 beauty favorites. I hope you've been enjoying all the fun different looks I've been doing this year. It's been really a joy for me to do this, and I can't wait to keep continuing this year. So thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing my content, because it really does mean the world to me. Thank you. Bye.